Hi, good morning friends. Welcome to IMF YouTube channel. I am Tejeswara, school assistant from Srikakulam district. At present working as a faculty member of mathematics for Super 60 IIT batch organizing by our district collector. Today I am going to discuss a general topic in mathematics, that is how we can solve a problem. How to solve a problem, right? It is how to solve a problem. Actually, this is very important concept in mathematics. George Polya, who wrote a book, How to Solve It, this is the book. In this book, he gave a plan to solve a problem. So we will discuss those steps and taking one example, and let us discuss all the things in this video. Right. The first one is, before going to those steps, I want to talk a few words in Telugu regarding mathematics. Okay. ఒక ఊర్లో ఓ పెద్ద బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్ ఉన్నాడు. ఆయనేమో చాలా డబ్బు సంపాదించాడు వ్యాపారంలో, కానీ చాలా పెద్ద పిసినారు. ఎంత పిసినారంటే మీరు చూసే ఉంటారు, అహనా పిల్ల లాంటి సినిమాలో కోట శ్రీనివాసరావు లాంటి పిసినారు. వీడికి ఎంత డబ్బు సంపాదించినా ఇంకా సంపాదించాలన్నటువంటి కోరిక చాలా ఎక్కువ. ఎంత ఎక్కువ అంటే మరి ఎంత సంపాదించినా తృప్తి లేనంత. ఆఖరికి ఏం చేశాడంటే, ఒకరోజు ఇలాంటి శ్రావణ శుక్రవారం వరలక్ష్మి వ్రతం జరిపిన రోజు లక్ష్మీదేవిని కోసం ప్రార్థిస్తూ తపస్సు చేశాడు. ఈయన తపస్సుకు మెచ్చి లక్ష్మీదేవి ప్రత్యక్షమై, భక్త నీకేం కావాలి చెప్పు అని అన్నాడు. ఈయనేమో, అమ్మ నాకు కావాల్సింది నేను తర్వాత అడుగుతాను, కానీ నాకు 2 డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, సందేహాలు ఉన్నాయి, వాటిని ముందు తీర్చమ్మా అన్నాడు. ఏంటి బాబు చెప్పు అంటే, ఇదేమో, అమ్మా మాకు 1 కోటి రూపాయలు మీకు ఎన్ని రూపాయలకు సమానము అని అడిగాడు. అప్పుడు లక్ష్మీదేవి, మీ మానవులకి 1 కోటి రూపాయలు మాకు 1 పైసాతో సమానము అని అన్నాడు. ఆహా, అలాగా, అయితే మాకు 1 సెకండ్ కాలము, మాకు 100 సంవత్సరాల కాలము మీకు ఎంత కాలానికి సమానం అమ్మా అని అడిగాడంట. అప్పుడు లక్ష్మీదేవి, మీకు 100 సంవత్సరాల కాలము మాకు 1 సెకండ్తో సమానము అని చెప్పింది. అయితే అమ్మ ఆ 1 పైసా నాకు ఇవ్వా అని అడిగాడంట. అయితే లక్ష్మీదేవి అంతే గడుసుగా, అయితే 1 సెకండ్ వెళ్ళి తెచ్చిస్తాననుకుని వెళ్ళిపోయిందంట. అంటే వీడు అడిగిండు 1 పైసా, 1 కోటి రూపాయలు ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా. లక్ష్మీదేవి 1 సెకండ్ ఉండమన్నది, అంటే 100 సంవత్సరాలు వెయిట్ చేయమన్నది సరదాగా. అయితే ఇందులో ఉన్నది ఏంటి మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ అని అనుకుంటే, కాలము, ద్రవ్యము, అంటే టైమ్ అండ్ money, these are all comes under mathematics. So what is mathematics? What is mathematics? Generally we say so many different definitions for mathematics, but I like the definition, is very interesting definition. Mathematics is a game of digits, symbols and geometrical figures. It is a game of digits, symbols and geometrical figures. If you see in mathematics, everywhere you will see the digits 0 to 9 and the symbols like plus, minus, into, divided by, integral symbols. So many symbols are there in mathematics, and geometrical figures like point and circle, triangles and quadrilaterals. All these geometrical figures, these are all comes under mathematics. Mathematics is a game. You see, to play a game, we should know the rules of the game. To do mathematics, we should know the fundamentals or the rules or the formulas of the mathematics. So this is very important thing. In mathematics, only knowing formulas or knowing concepts is not sufficient, because suppose, for example, you know all the rules and regulations of a game, say cricket, but we cannot play the game until we practice well. Like that, if we know all the formulas, definitions, concepts and everything in mathematics, without practicing mathematics, we cannot do the problems efficiently. So practice makes man perfect. It's old saying. Practice makes maths perfect. This is the mathematical saying. Okay, right. Mathematics, in mathematics, this our topic is how to solve a problem. Actually, mathematics is a beautiful subject. It's a beautiful subject. Gauss already said that mathematics is the queen of all sciences. Why? Why he said like that? Maybe two reasons. The first reason is the queen. She is the most beautiful lady in her kingdom. She gives anything to any person. She doesn't take anything from any person. That's why mathematics is the beautiful subject in all the subjects. It gives its support to every subject, and it never asks any support from any other subject. That's why mathematics is called the queen of all sciences. And one more reason is, in chess game, the minister is also called as queen. Queen has so many powers in the game. It can move to any direction. That's why it is more powerful than the king. And moreover, at the time of Gauss, most of the world was under the control of British. In Britain, the queen is the real power rather than the king. That's why he noted that mathematics is the queen of all sciences. So it's a beautiful subject. Love the subject. To be frank, you should love the subject more than your better half. Right. So how to solve a problem? The steps are very simple. First of all, you have to understand the problem. Understanding the problem. Understanding the problem. And the second step is devise a plan. Devise a plan. And third step is carry out the problem. And the fourth step is looking back. Looking back. So these four steps are very important. Of course, these four steps are given in this book, How to Solve It by George Polya. So understanding the problem, devise a plan, carry out the problem, looking back. Now let us concise these four steps into three steps, which is called PASPA technique. PASPA technique. What is PASPA technique? PASPA means PA for pre-analysis. PA for pre-analysis and S for solution, and another PA for post-analysis. Post-analysis. So these three steps, see, the first two steps are pre-analysis steps, and the third step is solution, yes, and the fourth step is post-analysis, again PA. So understanding the problem, devise a plan. and carry out the problem and looking back. These are comes under 3 steps: pre-analysis, solution, and post-analysis. We should pre-analyze the problem and then solve the problem, and lastly post-analysis. This is very important step for the troubleshooters. That means problem solvers. Those who want to solve problem quickly or in different way, like this. IMF teachers don't do different problems. They do problems differently. Like our Durgesh sir. He is the troubleshooter in our group. He can do the problem in a different manner. Like him, this post-analysis is very important for any student or for any teacher in solving a problem. See how this PASPA technique is used in problem solving. Let me take one example. That is a very simple example maybe, but we should discuss these techniques, that is pre-analysis, solution, and post-analysis. So the example is, if x square plus y square is equal to 9, then find the maximum value of 3x plus 4y. If x square plus y square is equal to 9, then find the maximum value of 3x plus 4y. So first of all, pre-analysis. So we should analyze the problem first. So what is given and what is to be calculated, that is the first thing, that is called pre-analysis. So what is given? Given x square plus y square is equal to 9, and we have to find the maximum value of 3x plus 4y. So we have to find this one. Only a relation is given, x square plus y square is equal to 9, and we have to find the maximum value of 3x plus 4y. So here, whenever a question based on maximum value, minimum value, generally a teacher or a student should be aware with the inequalities, like AMGM inequality or AMGM-HM inequality, and the most important and fascinating inequality, Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. So this problem can be done by using Cauchy-Schwarz inequality first of all. So what is Cauchy-Schwarz inequality? Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. So if A, B, X, Y are real numbers, then ax plus by whole square is less than or equals to a square plus b square into x square plus y square. The equality holds when a is equal to b, a is equal to x, and b is equal to y. The equality holds when a is equal to x and b is equal to y. So this is the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality for 4 real numbers a, b, x, y. We can extend this one for 3 real numbers, 3 plus 3, 6 real numbers, or n plus n, 2n real numbers. So let me make a separate video on Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Now I am not going to the in details of the Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Just I am going to applying the inequality statement for this problem. Okay, so the solution 1, the first solution by taking Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. This Cauchy-Schwarz inequality and the analysis, these are also all are comes under pre-analysis. And again the solution. Now the system is pre-analysis, PASPA technique, solution, and post-analysis. The pre-analysis is what devise a plan, means you have to know which inequality should be used to find the maximum value or minimum value. So we already stated that Cauchy-Schwarz inequality is useful to find the maximum value of 3x plus 4y. Now second step is solution. Here very simple. 3x plus 4y whole square is less than or equals to, here a 3 and b 4. So 3 square plus 4 square into x square plus y square, which is less than or equals to 9 plus 16, 25 into x square plus y square is given as 9, less than or equals to 225. Therefore, taking square root on both sides, modulus 3x plus 4y is less than or equals to 15. So, maximum value is 15. The maximum value of 3x plus 4y is 15. It is very simple when we use Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. So this is pre-analysis is over and the solution is over. Now post-analysis, this is the most crucial step in mathematics in solving a problem. Most of the students or most of us does not go to the post-analysis. When the solution came, when the answer is came, we just left the problem and proceed to another one. But what will happen if we post-analyze the solution? If we post-analyze the solution, what miracles will happen? Let us see in this video. This is the solution number 1. Solution number 1. And now, solution number 2. Suppose, why should we use only Cauchy-Schwarz inequality? We can use other techniques, other methods, because mathematics is a vast subject, vast branches in mathematics. Let us think in coordinate geometry. Solution number 2 is the solution in coordinate geometry. Here given x square plus y square is 9. Let 3x plus 4y is equal to 0 be a straight line passing through the origin. Right? See the diagram. X-axis, origin, y-axis. See, this is the straight line. 3x plus 4y is equal to 0 passing through the origin. Now, consider a point Pxy in the plane. Drop a perpendicular PM onto the line and join OP. So here in this triangle, in triangle OPM, PM is always less than or equals to OP. Generally it is less than OP, but it is equals to OP in a particular case. So PM is less than or equals to OP in general. So what is PM? PM is nothing but the perpendicular distance. What is the formula? To the perpendicular distance from x1, y1 to a straight line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is mod ax1 plus by1 plus c by root over a square plus b square. So applying that one, this PM is modulus 3x plus 4y by square root of 3 square plus 4 square is less than or equals to OP. It is the distance from origin to the point. It is nothing but root over x square plus y square. So mod 3x plus 4y by 5 is less than or equals to, what is root over x square plus y square? It is nothing but 3. So mod 3x plus 4y is less than or equals to 15. So this is completely different from the previous solution. It is the solution based on, that means the maximum value is 15. The solution is based on completely on coordinate geometry. And why we use this one? If you observe the given equation, you know, we will have another idea. So if we pre-analysis, that means dig into the depth of the concept, we will have another idea. So I have so many ideas regarding this problem I am going to present here. So another solution is solution is third solution. So x square plus y square is equal to 9 is given. It is nothing but a circle with center, origin and radius r is equal to 3. So this is the circle whose center is origin and radius is 3 units. And let 3x plus 4y is equal to k be a card. That means you can draw the card like this. The perpendicular distance from the origin to the card is maximum when the distance is equals to r, that is d is equal to r. That is, see, if the line is like this, nothing but tangent, this perpendicular distance is d, this is equals to r. So the value, the perpendicular distance from the origin, why should we take the perpendicular distance maximum? Perpendicular distance is maximum, perpendicular distance from origin to the line is maximum when the line is a tangent. The line is a tangent. That is maximum. So when the line is a tangent, you know, suppose x square plus y square is equal to r square is a circle, and lx plus my is equal to n be a straight line or tangent, then the condition is n square is equal to r square into l square plus m square. Of course, this condition can be derived by using the perpendicular distance from the origin, that means center, to the straight line, which is equals to the radius of the circle. So now apply this one for this line. K square is equal to r square means 9 into l square means 3 square plus 4 square. So 9 into 25, which is 225. So k is equal to plus modulus k is equal to 15. What is modulus k? Nothing but modulus 3x plus 4y is equal to 15. This 15 is the maximum value because we already taken perpendicular distance from origin to the line is maximum when the line is a tangent. So if it is tangent, the perpendicular distance is maximum. So modulus 3x plus 4y is equal to 15. So this is the another solution number 3 for this problem. And if we dig into the other branches of mathematics, for example, vector algebra. Solution 4, vector algebra. Go to the vector algebra. Let a bar is equal to 3a bar plus 4j bar and b bar is equal to xi bar plus yj bar. Now we know the dot product a bar dot b bar is equal to modulus a bar into modulus b bar into cos theta, where theta is the angle between a bar b bar. Angle between a bar and b bar. But we know cos theta is always less than or equals to 1. Of course, greater than or equals to -1, but always less than or equals to +1. So a bar dot b bar is always less than or equals to mod a bar into mod b bar. A bar dot b bar means from these two vectors, it is nothing but 3x plus 4y less than or equals to mod a bar means square root of 3 square plus 4 square and mod b bar means square root of x square plus y square. So 3x plus 4y is less than or equals to, this is 5 and this is x square plus y square is 9. So 5 into 3, which is equals to 15. So 3x plus 4y is less than or equals to 15. So its maximum value is 15. This is the problem in vector algebra. So this is solution 4. And let us go into the trigonometry. So we can solve this problem by using trigonometry also. See the circle. This is solution 5. See the circle. What is the circle? X square plus y square is equal to 9. And this is 3x plus 4y. This is the expression. We have to calculate the maximum value. See the circle. This center is 0, 0 and radius is 9. So any arbitrary point on the circle is in the form of h plus r cos theta, k plus r sin theta. So r is 3, sorry. So this is 0 plus 3 cos theta and 0 plus 3 sin theta. So it is 3 cos theta and 3 sin theta. This is an arbitrary point which is lies on the circle and as well as on this line. Suppose if you take this 3x plus 4y is equal to some k, it's a line. Now consider 3x plus 4y. 3 into what is x here? 3 cos theta and 4 into what is y here? 3 sin theta. So 9 cos theta plus 12 sin theta. So we know in trigonometry the maximum value of a cos theta plus b sin theta plus c is c plus root over a square plus b square. This is maximum value. And we know the minimum value is c minus root over a square plus b square. So here a is 9, b is 12. So maximum value of 3x plus 4y is equal c plus, here c is 0 plus root over a square means 9 square plus b square means 12 square. That is root over 81 plus 144, nothing but 15. Again we got 15. So maximum value of 3x plus 4y is 15 again. So this is from trigonometry. And let us come to the complex numbers. We can solve this problem by using the complex numbers also. See solution number 6. Complex numbers also we can solve this problem. See, that is, let a is equal z1 is equal to 3 plus 4i, z2 is equal to x minus iy. We can solve this problem by taking z2 is equal to x plus iy also, but comparing with x plus iy, if we take z2 is equal to x minus iy, we can minimize the steps. That's why I had taken z2 is equal to x minus iy. Then what is z1 z2? Z1 z2 is equal to 3 plus 4i into x minus iy. This is, the real part is 3x plus 4y plus I into 4x minus 3y. This is z1 z2. We have a property in complex numbers, mod z1 z2 is equal mod z1 into mod z2. Mod z1 z2 is equal to mod z1 into mod z2. What is mod z1 z2? And squaring on both sides, for example, this is square. Then this is nothing but 3x plus 4y whole square plus 4x minus 3y whole square is equal. Mod z1 square means it is 3 square plus 4 square into mod z2 square means x square plus y square. So 3x plus 4y whole square plus 4x minus 3y whole square is equal, this is 25 into 9, which is 225. But for any real number x belongs to R, its square is always greater than or equals to 0. Any real number x belongs to R, x square is always greater than or equals to 0. So this 4x minus 3y is also always greater than or equals to 0. So that 3x plus 4y whole square is always less than or equals to 3x plus 4y whole square plus 4x minus 3y whole square. Since this is 0 or positive, this expression is greater than this expression. That means this is less than or equals to 225. So square root on both sides, you get modulus 3x plus 4y is less than or equals to root 225 means 50. So again you got the maximum value is 50. And this is the solution number 6. And lastly, we just missed the calculus part. So let us do the problem by using calculus. That is the 7th solution of this problem. You see, 7th solution by using calculus. What is given? X square plus y square is equal to 9. So y is equal to root over 9 minus x square. Y is equal to root over 9 minus x square actually, of course, right? And we have to find 3x plus 4y, the maximum value of 3x plus 4y. 3x plus 4y means 4 into root over 9 minus x square. Let us say this is f of x. Let f of x is equal 3x plus 4 root 9 minus x square. Okay, let us find out the first derivative. F dash x is equal to 3 plus 4 into 1 by 2 root 9 minus x square into minus 2x, that is 3 minus 4x by root 9 minus x square. This is the first derivative. For maxima or minima, f dash x must be equals to 0. For finding the max critical points, f dash x must be 0, so that 3 minus 4x by root 9 minus x square is equal to 0. You will get x is equal to plus or minus, of course, let us solve them. This is 4x is equal to 3 into root 9 minus x square. Squaring on both sides, 16x square is equal to 9 9s are 81 plus minus 9x square. So 25x square is equal to 81. X square is equal to 81 by 25. X is equal to plus or minus 9 by 5. This is f dash x is equal to 0 x values. Now find out f double dash x. F double dash x. F double dash x is very simple. This is again for 3 the derivative is 0 and minus of root 9 minus x square into 4 minus 4x into 1 by 2 root 9 minus x square into minus 2x. This is minus of, see, this is 4 minus 4 common and 2 cancelled. This is plus. So 9 minus x square plus x square by root 9 minus x square. Right. So this is nothing but minus 36 by root 9 minus x square. So f double dash 9 by 5 you will get always negative. It is always negative, less than 0. Because root 9 minus x square is positive, minus 36 by root 9 minus x square is always negative. Since f double dash x is negative, f has maximum at x is equal to 9 by 5. Therefore, maximum value of f of x is equal to 3x plus 4y. 3 into 9 by y, 9 by 5 plus 4 root over 9 minus 81 by 25. So you will get definitely 50. So this is the last model. Actually one problem, more solutions. That means if we post analyze the problem, why this method is applied, why don't other method is applied. Like this, we suppose we put questions, we will, that means we follow one branch of mathematics to another branch of mathematics very happily, and will do some problems very successfully. Right. Thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in next video. Thank you very much.